50. Carolina territory, jumps going to town. 20, 50, 10, 5, touchdown! I think, yeah, jumping time, baby. The sack, fakes, runs to the near sideline, still looking, throws it into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, A.J. Green, back right corner of the end zone.
This one's from the heart.
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Today's show is brought to you in part by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Visa debit card from Regions. Visit regions.com/GoDogs to order yours today. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Drive sober so you won't get pulled over. Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Georgia's only nationally ranked program for teens. Georgia United Credit Union. Score your official Bulldogs debit card today at gucu.org/GoDogs. Now, back to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth. Once again, here's Neil Hondo Williamson.
Well, they're playing Queen, as you might imagine. We're the champions of the world, or at least the Orange Bowl for right now, right? But we're heading to the game where we might be champions of the world. That one just 11 days away. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We are so excited that you are with us. We are so excited that our Bulldogs demolished Michigan tonight. 34-11, the final score, and it really wasn't that close. This game was not that close, folks. We came out great guns and jumped to a quick 14-0, 17-0 lead. Boom, 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 and Kirby Smart, as has been his method of operation since joining Georgia, took his foot off the gas pedal. Really, beginning of the second half, I felt. Not that he's going to give up, but he's not going to rub it in. He's just not going to do that. Scott Howard, what a terrific game for the Bulldogs. Let me get this out of the way. The Locker Room Show presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, and we really appreciate them for sponsoring our Locker Room Show again. Thoughts on today's game, Mr. Play-by-Play Man?
Well, I agree with what you just said. It wasn't competitive after the first Georgia possession. Michigan could never get any traction against Georgia's defense. And they tried. I mean, they went for it on fourth down, I think, 3 times in the ball game and failed on all 3 of those. We had an end zone interception by Kendrick, and in the first half just kind of did what we wanted to do offensively. When did we first punt? In the second half, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, every time we had the ball in the first half, we were having production, we were having success, and this game was done by intermission.
Yeah, we were able to score on every possession in the first half, save for the last one. And here we go with the trophy presentation. And let's see if this guy's going to start talking or not, because they're playing a little Ray Charles here. It's Moonlight Through the Pines, baby.
Yeah, I think they're getting ready for Reese Davis of ESPN to handle the trophy presentation. They've got Jack Seiler up there from the Orange Bowl committee.
All right. We can join them once Reese is there. Eric Zaire, thoughts on today's Georgia pounding of Michigan?
Well, there was domination in all phases of the game. I thought the game plan coming in, the execution of the game plan was great, but the game plans put together by this coaching staff, really, really good. We had answers right out of the gates on the offensive side of the football. We were aggressive, throwing the football downfield. Had an answer for that great pass rush from Michigan, and on the defensive side of the ball, boy, we were aggressive and put the pedal down all game.
They didn't get to Bennett all night as far as a sack. Now, they did hit him a few times, but never got him to the turf. Had very few tackles for loss. Georgia's offensive line had a fine ball game tonight.
Of college football. Congratulations to Michigan. Wolverines had a wonderful season, but tonight in this stadium, my friends, it was time once again to let the big dogs eat, and they certainly did. To make the first presentation tonight, please welcome the president and chair of the Orange Bowl Committee, Mr. Jack Seiler. Jack, you make the presentation.
Well, thank you. And on behalf of the Orange Bowl Committee, the Capital One Orange Bowl, and the College Football Playoff, congratulations to both these outstanding institutions on an incredible season. How about a round of applause for both teams tonight? And now on behalf of the playoff semifinal at the Capital One Orange Bowl, I am pleased to present head coach Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs with our trophy tonight. Coach, congratulations.
Kirby, the red and black confetti is flying, the oranges are here. Coming off of the last few weeks and what you guys had to face, what was it that led to such a focused and brilliant and dominant performance tonight?
It's one word for us, connection. Our kids know if we stay connected, we're really hard to beat. And I thought the focus and concentration over the last couple weeks of practice, all our guys did was work. And when you're connected, we know we're much better together.
What was an example of that connection that you saw in the early part of the game when you really took control?
Well, a lot of perimeter blocking. You know, I thought our wideouts made some plays down the field. I thought our offensive line did a tremendous job. But when you're selfless outside and your defensive line, look at the guys up front that 8 blocks so Nakobe, Quay, Chaney could make plays. I thought our front controlled the line of scrimmage. I thought our offensive line controlled the line of scrimmage. That's a total team effort.
In the playoff era, you're taking a team to the championship game for the second time. A familiar foe awaits. What's the significance of getting back to the title game and having another shot at Alabama?
Well, when you get back to the title game, it's always a big game, right? Regardless of who you're going to play. That's one of our SEC foes. We think we play in the greatest conference in the world. We got an opportunity to go play a really good football team in Indianapolis, and we got all these people over here behind us, and we know they're going to be in Indy with us. So we're bringing all the Dog Nation with us.
Kirby, congratulations. Terrific performance. Kirby Smart, head coach of the Dogs, champions of the Capital One Orange Bowl. Now, let's honor our players of the game. First, the Capital One Orange Bowl offensive player of the game, the quarterback of the Dogs, Stetson Bennett. Stetson, over 300 yards. Terrific offensive performance. After what you guys had to deal with the last few weeks and the questions that you faced and handled, what's the significance of getting Georgia to a national championship game for you?
You know, we don't worry about that in our locker room. Each and every day these guys come out there and they work their butts off. We knew we were better than what we showed last game, and we just came and worked every single day. And I love these dudes, man. God, I love them. God, what a win. What a win. Go Dogs.
What was your favorite moment of this game tonight?
Probably when Cook slipped that linebacker and took it for about 40.
Now, before we started here, you almost threw all of the oranges out in the crowd. I'm giving you permission now. Chuck, you've completed everything else tonight. You might as well complete a few more. Hey, let's bring in Kirby, save a few for Darian Kendrick, our defensive player of the game. Darian Kendrick had a couple interceptions tonight. Darian, you guys did not want Michigan to get in the end zone. They got a late one. What was so important about establishing your will and keeping them out until the waning stages of the game?
I just say just sticking together. We always talk about connection each and every day, and this is a brotherhood. They brought me in when I came in, and they never gave up on me, and so I worked for them.
You had the opportunity to play at Clemson. Now you're playing at Georgia, another opportunity to go and play in a national championship game. What does that mean to you?
That's God. I just say He put me in a position to win, and I just get all the grace to Him, and then just play for my teammate. The University of Georgia gave me a chance, and I'm gonna give them all I got.
You intercepted a couple passes tonight. Go ahead and throw some oranges out here. Don't hurt anybody. Darian Kendrick, the defensive player of the game. Georgia on the way to the national championship game. And if you want an orange, Chris, you better get it fast because they are going in a hurry.
All right. Looks like that might be it from the stage.
And Kirby was throwing those oranges like Will Ferrell and Elf throwing snowballs. Boom, 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 boom. There's a big crowd around the stage, though, comprised of all Georgia folks, of course, a lot of staff, and a lot of the players, and everybody associated with the team. So they're just having a big time out there as the oranges came flying off the stage into that little throng of Georgia folks.
No doubt. Up on the stage, Josh Brooks, the athletic director. J. Reed Parker, athletic director at Georgia. President Jerry Moorhead. He's the Neil Hondo Williamson president at the University of Georgia. No, I'm just kidding there. And I say that.
You bought that sponsorship?
Yeah, sure I did. And let's see who, like we said, Reese Davis, and then the president of the Orange Bowl. It's the folks from the conference as well are all up there having a grand old time. The Bulldog players, cheerleaders, milling about on the field. I don't see any parents yet. I do see coaches and staff all over, as you would probably expect. Our medical staff standing off to the side, as those guys do, the real unsung heroes who get our Warriors ready to play again week after week, despite them going through the equivalent of car wreck after car wreck every Saturday, and then coming back the next Saturday to take it on again. And Georgia wins the Orange Bowl 34-11. Terrific win for the Dogs. Now we will take on Alabama. Alabama disposed of Cincinnati, as many expected earlier today. So we go to Indianapolis on January 10th. And we're excited about that. We'll have more here from our Locker Room Show presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. The SEC taught us to show our team pride. Having a Georgia Bulldogs Visa check card from Regions lets you say, "Go Dogs," every time you pay. Visit regions.com/Go Dogs to order yours today. Now, when Coach Smart was out there on the podium, and we heard from him, that interview segment protected by Breda Pest Management. With Breda, you don't have to be afraid of bugs, right? All right, 34-11. We'll come back with more with Scott and Eric, DJ Shockley, our whole gang from the Orange Bowl. Almost New Year's, and it's going to come in as a happy one in the Peach State as the Dogs win the Orange 34-11 on the Bulldog Sports Network.
With great deals on the entire lineup at Toyotathon, you might feel so jolly you enjoy every gift you receive this holiday season.
Wow, it's another red sweater.
Get 0% APR for 36 months on a new 2021 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through January 3rd, 2022. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $27.78 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
You wouldn't wash your fine china with steel wool.
Oops.
You wouldn't cut a birthday cake with a chainsaw. You wouldn't wear your wedding dress to a nightclub.
And you wouldn't put your teen athlete on the same field as me.
Hey, that's Grady Jarrett.
So why would you take him to the same doctor?
Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is Georgia's only nationally ranked program for teen athletes. Visit us today at choa.org/teens.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldog fans, Coach Smart here. My friends at Georgia United Credit Union now offer Georgia Bulldogs Visa debit cards. Now you can show your team pride everywhere you go and spend. Pick your favorite design and score yours today. Georgia United makes banking easy, friendly, and smart for busy members like myself. It's the smart choice. Visit at gucu.org/Go Dogs for important account information. Insured by NCUA. Georgia United, the official credit union of Georgia Athletics.
Life is unpredictable, but having the right team in your corner matters. This is Neil Hondo Williamson. If the unexpected happens and you need to call an audible, let our championship team guide you to a better place. Meriwether & Tharp LLC, the Atlanta Divorce Team, proud partner of Georgia Bulldogs Athletics and one of America's fastest growing companies 5 years in a row. Visit us online at theatlantadivorceteam.com for thousands of pages of free divorce resources.
Locker Room Show presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. And the Governor's Office of Highway Safety reminds you that the penalty for getting a DUI can cost up to 10,000 smackers. That's why the Governor's Office of Highway Safety says, hey, you drive sober so you won't get pulled over. Hey, it's time for us to pass out today's game ball, presented to the Common Market Southeast. The Common Market Southeast, based in East Point, Georgia, is a nonprofit regional food distributor that connects communities to good food from sustainable family farms. Through this partnership, Kroger donated $60,000 toward their Food Access Fund. This donation supports Kroger's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste social and environmental impact plan, which has a goal of ending hunger and eliminating waste by 2025, and will provide over 200,000 meals back to local communities. Join Kroger, that is, in their journey to zero at KrogerCo.com. Okay, they got confetti all over the field, and people still milling about. The players have now zipped off of the field. They're going in and getting cleaned up. A lot of relatives still sitting in the stands right now, having a grand time, as you may well imagine, as Georgia defeats Michigan 34-11. We'll take this break, then we'll come back more with Scott, Eric, and Stats after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
My crusade for the perfect pizza crust has led me here, pining over a backyard wood-fired oven. But how do I bake this build into my budget? Where can I get some solid guidance on my finances? Who can help me understand if I have the dough for this?
A little financial advice. At Regions, we know that's important, because your Life Green checking account comes with Greenprint, financial planning with a banker who will help you create a personal budget and live in the moment. Make your appointment at regions.com/Greenprint. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
Sir, you're now being placed on arrest for driving under an influence.
What does that mean?
That means you've earned a night in the Gray Bar Motel. During your stay, you'll be photographed, fingerprinted, and given a stylish jumpsuit. And each room has an en-suite bathroom.
Is all this free?
Oh, no. Fines, court costs, and legal bills could add up to $10,000 or more.
Save your money for a real hotel. Drive sober, or we will pull you over.
This message brought to you by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Number 3, Georgia. Number 2, Michigan in the CFP semis.
Everybody locked in right now.
This is a one-game season. Everything's still in front of us.
We'll return to Hard Rock Stadium in just a moment.
Let's get ready for game day, Dog Nation. Tee things up with a smooth, refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Whether you're tailgating at Sanford Stadium or hosting friends at home, keep that cooler filled with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. With a 5% kick of alcohol, Twisted Tea is easy to drink and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted, Dog Nation.
Twisted Tea brewing company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Alcohol for 21 years and older. Please drink responsibly.
As fans, our job is to help protect Sanford Stadium every home game. As the official pest control of UGA Athletics, Breda Pest Management's job is to protect Sanford Stadium year-round. Neil Hondo Williamson here for my bug and critter experts at Breda Pest Management. The Bredas are proud graduates of UGA and grateful to be able to give back to the university they love. BREDAPest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Wow, looking at some of these stats for the Michigan Wolverines coming into this game and how Georgia just destroyed them. Our Bulldogs had allowed only 81 rushing yards per game this season. Michigan, however, came in 10th in the nation, toting the mail 224 yards per game, 5.3 yards per carry. Today, the Wolverines, Scott Howard, 88 yards, 3.3 per carry.
Yeah, that's nowhere near their usual production, and and late in the ball game, I mean, they had to kind of get away from that because they were so far down. So they couldn't go to their bread and butter. They had to throw the football. I mean, they even used their backup quarterback for most of the fourth quarter in this contest. I guess getting him some extra snaps for because he's their future guy certainly. But yeah, tremendous play against the run tonight by Georgia's defense, which. Played the way that we had seen them play in 12 games this season prior to the SEC championship. I mean, it was just outstanding. It was lights out. It was difficult to move the football. Michigan did generate a couple of gash plays, explosive plays, but not nearly enough to keep them in this ball game. And Georgia was just going about its business when they had the ball and just zipping right through like a hot knife through butter against Michigan. I mean, in the first half, Michigan had no answer for Georgia's offense.
They had no answer. I wrote those exact words on this pad. Michigan first half, 13 carries for 29 yards. It didn't matter what the score was. They weren't going to run the ball on Georgia's defense with any effectiveness tonight. Eric Zier, to Scott's point there, Michigan had no answer for the Dogs' offense in the first half. Georgia scoring on the first series, a touchdown on the second series. On those first two series of the game, the Dogs ran 13 plays. 9 of them went for 7 yards or more.
It was a well-executed game plan, and the game plan coming in was well put together, of course. We just had answers for everything that Michigan wanted to do. We were getting the football out of Stetson Bennett's hands. He looked very comfortable and calm the entire game. You know, one thing that we really didn't talk about, Coach Monken, for the first time this year, and really the Georgia coaching staff, came out and they established Stetson Bennett as the guy. And I don't know if that made a huge difference because that could have been what was being said in the locker room the whole time. But Stetson came out and he looked calm, comfortable, and ready to take control of this football game. And, just started the game perfectly executed.
He was the guy tonight.
He was the guy tonight. There's no doubt.
Coming into the game, Michigan's defense, 34 sacks, 70 tackles for loss. Tonight, 0 sacks, despite Georgia throwing the ball 2 times maybe? 31 or 32?
Yeah, 31.
31. 0 sacks.
No, 32, you're right, with Kenny Mack.
Because Kenny Mack had one, that's right. And then 2 tackles for loss for a total of 3 yards.
Yeah, and on the other side, I mean, Michigan's offense had only allowed 10 sacks all season.
Yep.
And tonight Georgia got 4. So you kind of flip the card on Michigan tonight. They weren't able to get to ours. We were able to get to theirs and get a lot of pressure on McNamara and their freshman quarterback as well, and keep them moving in the pocket and running from side to side. And they didn't have a whole lot of success in the pass game outside of a couple of explosive plays.
Tackles for loss allowed. Michigan was allowing 2 per game coming in. Dogs with 7 against Michigan. We railroaded these guys.
We really did. I'll tell you what, we talked about in pregame needing for the need for our defense to be on the attack. We were on the attack the entire game. I think I can count on one hand the number of times we did not bring some kind of linebacker or safety pressure in the game, and Michigan had no answer for it.
You're listening to the Locker Room Show presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Georgia walloping Michigan tonight in the Orange Bowl 34-11. The Wolverines able to score in the last 5 minutes of the game, went for a 2-point conversion, converted that. And Scott Howard, that just looks like pretty much every other game we saw this season for the Bulldogs, with the exception of Alabama, where the other team's able to score in the last 5 minutes against the second-team defense, and otherwise,
we'd seen this play before. They're scrambling to just get in the end zone so they can say they got into the end zone when it doesn't really matter at that point. This was the script that we saw 12 times in the regular season for the most part. Maybe the Clemson game was the only one that stands out there, and when Georgia got back to playing that kind of football, back to being very well prepared, and back to executing. And Kirby talked about it after the game. Their connection. So everybody was on the same page. It's kind of like the John Madden thing. And we've all seen the John Madden stuff since his passing. Earlier in the week, he said he only had 3 rules. 1, be on time. 2, pay attention. And 3, play hard when I ask you to. And that's what Georgia did tonight. Now, the be on time, they were on time for this game. I don't know about the other stuff. But they obviously paid attention. They knew what Michigan was going to do. They were very well schooled on that. And they played extremely hard tonight when the coaching staff asked them to.
We saw those Michigan running backs who, were supposed to be lightning and thunder, and a couple of times they got out into space, and our linebackers just ran them down like they were
more
three-legged
like a light
dogs
tonight.
Just
a light drizzle.
I'll tell you,
the speed of the speed of this Georgia defense, we've seen it all year long. Outside of one football game, there's just, and really even in that football game, we saw the speed of this defense. It's not like Alabama tore us up on the ground by any stretch of the imagination, but boy, it is hard to find any room when you've got big Jordan Davis and Devontae Wyatt clogging up the middle along with Jalen Carter, and you've got linebackers that could run sideline to sideline like our guys do. It is, when we're dictating the pace, it's hard to do anything against this defense.
The Locker Room Show is presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Again, we'd like to thank our friends at Breda Pest Management. With Breda, you don't have to be afraid of bugs, and we'll have more from the Orange Bowl, where Georgia lays it to Michigan 34-11. We're going back to the Natty to take on Alabama again. Come on, baby. Let's do it. This is the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, stranger, want us to deal you a hand? Your goat can play too.
We play Keno.
Keno? That's got to be as tricky as brushing a mule's teeth.
It's easy. You just pick 10 numbers, then Keno picks 20. The more you match, the more you win.
Huh. And if I match all 10 of my numbers, I win.
Up to $100,000.
Well, shoot fire next. What, tarnation?
Don't ever say shoot fire around my goat.
Win up to $100,000 every 3.5 minutes. Play Keno from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
You have high standards for your health care. At Northside Hospital, this means consistency, expertise, and compassion for every patient. In neighborhoods across North Georgia, Northside provides the top caregivers to guide your health needs. From primary care and women's services to cancer, cardiac, orthopedic specialists, and more, we have a mission to heal and create a healthier future for you, your family, and our community. Take the next step at northside.com.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Piedmont Bank and the University of Georgia Athletic Association are celebrating success on and off the field. Piedmont Bank proudly introduces the Arch Award, which recognizes former Bulldogs who have used their perseverance and discipline to go from winning championships to winning in business. Learn how this year's honorees are shaping the business world through lessons learned in the gym, on the court, and on the field at georgiadogs.com/arch-award. Piedmont Bank, knowing you better, serving you best.
There's just so much that's new with the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway restaurants that I can't possibly fit it all into just one radio spot. But I'm going to try. There are great new subs like the All-American Club, Turkey Cali Fresh, and the new Steak and Cheese. There are amazing new toppings like hickory smoked bacon, smashed avocado, and new mozzarella. There's new bread like the Hearty Multigrain and Artisan Italia bread, and new sauces like the MVP Parmesan Vinaigrette. And that's really all I have time for. You gotta refresh to be fresh. Only at Subway. Freshly prepared in front of you.
This is the Locker Room Show from the Orange Bowl in Miami Gardens, Florida, presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Georgia has now won 34 bowl games with tonight's 34-11 victory over Michigan. The Dogs are tied with Southern Cal for second place on the all-time bowl victory list. Georgia is 3-1 now in Orange Bowl annals, and the Dogs are 11-3 all-time against the Big Ten.
That's a good record against that conference.
That is a very good record. 12 of those 14 games have been played since 1989. 10 of those 14 in the last 25 years, and I think all but 2 were in bowl games. Yeah.
We've seen some good matchups with them, with Wisconsin in the Outback and Michigan State a couple of times, the Purdue game. All right, Hap Hines.
2 Purdue's, 2 Wisconsin's, 2 Michigan States.
I mean, there's been some fun stuff there. Tonight, not so competitive from Michigan's side, but, that's by design. You want to take the other team's will. That's what Kirby says all the time. We want to make them not want to play anymore. And 34-11 kind of says that.
We don't want to forget the 1992 game where Eric Zier led the Bulldogs past, what were they, 8th-ranked Ohio State, Kirk Herbstreit?
That's right, Ohio State. They came in. We had a good football team that year. Ohio State did as well, but we took it to them that night.
Sure did. Okay, very good for the Bulldogs. Final thoughts, gentlemen, as we prepare to roll out of here and catch the bus.
Well, let's see if we can, turn the page and change the outcome in the national championship game. That's going to be the narrative for the next however many days it is before we play again. Whatever the streak is now about Georgia losing to Alabama, we're going to hear that ad nauseum all over again. So if you're a Georgia fan, you may just want to go on radio silence for the next 10 days or so. Either that or just listen to the good stuff if you can determine what is good and what isn't. But, we have a performance like this against Alabama. I like our chances.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And coming into this football game, there was a lot of talk that Georgia was overrated, right, that the season was a fluke. Our team listened to that. Our team's going to hear all week that we can't beat Alabama. They're going to listen to that as well. Our guys will be ready to play. It is very difficult to beat good football teams 2 times in a year. It doesn't matter what happened in the SEC championship. This is a brand-new football game against you've got the 2 best teams in the land right now going at it. It is going to be one heck of a national championship.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about that contention. When you look at the teams that didn't make the playoff for the various reasons, it's not like there was an 11-1 or whatever great team out there that didn't get in. What was Notre Dame finish 11-1?
I think so. They only had the one loss. Yes.
Yeah, they might have that argument. They lost to Cincinnati that was tattooed today by the Crimson Tides. All right, gentlemen, great job today on the call with our good friend DJ Shockley as well. Our Toyota look ahead. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Indiana wants me. Gotta get back there. The Natty, Monday, January 10th. Our broadcast will originate from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis at 4 p.m. Kickoff just after 8 between our Bulldogs and the Crimson Tide. Stetson Bennett, 21 of 31 passing, 307 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. Kenny McIntosh with a touchdown pass. Jackpot Lesney deposited 2 field goals as Georgia racked up 518 yards in total offense, and our defense stifled Michigan 34-11, the final score. Thanks to our producer-engineer Adam Gillespie and our studio producers Zach Jewell and Luke Ned Carney. Chris Schiavone is my co-spotter. Jay Black, contributor. Jeff Dantzler and Kevin Butler take your calls next with Dog Talk postgame. For our play-by-play team of Scott Howard, Eric Zier, and DJ Shockley, this is Neil Hondo Williamson. Once again, Georgia wins the college football playoff semifinal here at the Orange Bowl, 34-11 over Michigan. God bless you. Happy New Year, and go Dogs!
Go Dogs!